Okay. Oh. That might be a little loud. Let me turn the music down. That might be a little better. Hello, hi. Welcome back. Welcome back to my little endeavor here of making a MOBA. To make it a little official here. Yeah, some sort of MOBA. It's going to be based on Paragon. Obviously, that's what we've been doing. Today is going to be kind of a big one. Today I'm going to start on the AI. It's going to be... I've decided it's going to be a multi-video thing. Because what I'm doing is I'm using... Epic already has a great tutorial for how to make MOBA spawns. I'm just going to kind of throw it into my game type. I don't know performance-wise how it's going to do. I probably stand to look into how to make it so that it works a little more optimally, but I'm just gonna do it. Screw it. So first, what I'm going to need to do, and I also realized that the way I'm handling my hitboxes, it's a little want for more. Like I'm going to, oh my goodness, that's a big one. Let's see. Three should do it. My hitbox that I have for the hit detection stuff, I'm going to fix a few things about it, but I also need to kind of find a solution for how to make it work properly, because it still kind of has an issue with like world direction and stuff like that, and also it hits it takes in a specific type of actor, and it has a problem with overlapping actors. So this is like mass importance volume. It's weird. I thought this would have had a slider, but whatever. So anyway, the hitboxes, they hit well, I should say mine don't do well with overlapping actors, and I've kind of messed with the settings and still have a problem. So I'm just going to leave them kind of working the way that they are. I'm going to have some issues with that later on. Yeah, let's leave that there. We're just gonna move some things here. Yeah, I'll move this over here. I'll move our turret over here. I'll get our would-be AI out of here. So I'm gonna try to make him move. So, the way that this is going to work, I'm going to actually, this is the artifacting here is going to kill me. I'm gonna build this lighting real quick. Hopefully it'll be quick. While we're waiting for that, my plan is the way that the actual tutorial has it, the way that they go about it is they make a series of waypoints, and they assign the waypoints to a lane, as well as they assign it and they give them each an individual numbers, so 1 through, or 0 through whatever, 0 being the first one. And so within as I make the game mode, I'm going to assign. I'm going to just look right when the game mode starts. I'm going to just call these waypoints. So, and then assign that and show the minions. Okay. So, what I'm going to do here. If all that seemed confusing, it's because I'm really bad at explaining things, and just watch the tutorial, their tutorial, for a lot more clarity. Okay. So right now I'm going to make our waypoint. And this, I believe, doesn't need much. There's a billboard. Billboard self-explanatory. I'm not going to use this head. It was said on the stream for the minions that they were kind of figuring out this, and I guess apparently Tim Sweeney had said in an interview long ago that this was a dragon's head. I had always thought it was a raptor head or something. Apparently this is a dragon's head. Which is interesting, because I like it. It looks like one, and I wouldn't have thought it to be one. Waypoint. Okay, so basically what I did there was for the actual sprite, I showed engine content over here, and then they have a sprite already labeled goal waypoint. This is what they do in the tutorial, and I think it's a really good one. So I'm going to lift this up so that this sprite is on the grid. So if you don't lift this up, the sprite will be cutting into the floor. I'm just lifting it up so that it'll be on the grid. And then this needs two variables, two integers, and one will be lane. And the other is going to be, waypoint number. And so this way we can tell them which lane the point belongs, as well as what number in the lane. And we're going to compile. Okay, cool, awesome. Well, we don't need anything in the graph. These are just going to, because we're just going to read these things. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and set these up. So there's going to be 5, and they are going to go 0 through 4. Sometimes I will lose my cursor in this matted. Actually, since I'm complaining about it, I'm going to go ahead and give this a material. I went ahead and downloaded the automotive materials that they release for free because they're really awesome. And that might be a little more. Yeah, because I can see my cursor on it. So whatever. Anyway. Okay, so here we go. And then what I'm going to do is, so, let's see here. Are my waypoints, did I I did not make these public. Make those public so that you can edit them like so. So that one is lane 0. Lane 0 is going to be it's going to be 0, 1, 2. So that's going to be 3 lanes. It's just going to make it easier to deal with. I know it's annoying to start at 0, but trust me, it's just going to make it easier. I don't like doing that either, but so 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we are gonna copy 3 of these. And obviously this is not going to be my final map. My final map is going to look like a MOBA map, don't worry. I will not leave it this way. Actually, well, hopefully this will, hopefully this will, I'm planning on trying to stretch this part out to maybe 2 videos. 2 videos max. And then we'll be done with this part of the AI anyway. Still gonna have a good amount to do with that, I would imagine, but as far as just getting the minions to work, I'm hoping this doesn't take that long. I'm gonna move the tower to here. Right next to the turret. Right next to the turret. Okay. And so, okay. Now, I need to change the lane numbers. This is lane 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then the last one is going to be 2, and 2, 2, 2, 2. It's gonna probably get a little confusing. I was confused when I was first doing this, but it's just this, 0, 1, 2 instead of 1, 2, 3 system. But anyway, okay, we've got those going. So now, what we want is I'm going to make a yeah, I'll make the game mode. So I'm going to make a way different game mode. Oh, also before, I'm pretty sure you guys were waiting for me to do this, and I promised myself I wouldn't. I'm not gonna. I caught myself. Nav meshes. Nav meshes are. I try not to forget the nav mesh, and I'm so I've only made this mistake I think once or twice, and after the second time I was like, never again. I'm never gonna forget this thing again, because there's nothing worse than having your AI not move and you're sitting there trying to figure it out and you're breaking your code, and then all you had to do was just toss one of these dudes in there, and yeah, I know what that's like. I've done that, and so I'm not gonna do that again. I support good practices for nav meshes. Awesome, there we go. So you can see the nav mesh covering the majority of the area, and that's great. I did when you have the nav mesh selected, if you press P as in Peter on your keyboard, it will show the green or the actual mesh render. So I got that. So if you're waiting for that to happen, I'm sorry to disappoint. So I'm gonna make a new game mode. Called MOBA game. And now I'm gonna just don't need tick here. So this whole thing, this whole sequence that I'm going to put down right now, I got it directly from the tutorial. So I'm not gonna really talk through it. It's a lot, and honestly, I'll just watch the minion spawn. The minion spawn tutorial that Epic provided. It's got all the answers there, and they can explain it way more than I can. So, but I say that, but now I feel the need to talk through the logic here, so I guess I'm gonna. No, basically, what this is going to end up doing is I'm going to, and actually, I need to make an array here. I need to make a few arrays actually. Representing the waypoints. So there's gonna be 3 lanes and 2 teams. So you're gonna need 6 of these total, I believe, and they're all gonna be arrays. Basically, you need these to reference so that let's see. Oops, I can't even spell. So that you can kind of feed the array of waypoints to the actual gameplay, to the actual game mode, so that the game mode knows that. And you'll see, like, I'm gonna make spawn points as well. But once the game mode knows what side that the minions are going to be spawning on, it's gonna know what lane they belong to, and it's automatically gonna assign it to them. So hopefully this will be clear again. I am not the best at explaining this. I just know it works. And if you don't understand it, just consult the actual tutorial. Okay, so I have all 3 lanes covered for both teams. And so what I'm going to do here, I also need, let's look at my notes here. Need a few other integers, so I need the counts of the waypoints. This is going to be an integer array. And then I'm going to also just need straight up a normal integer Actually, that would be a spawn wave timer, but I'm going to hold off on that until I get to that, so you can see where I would get to that point. So anyway, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to grab my number of waypoints, I'm going to get them, and I'm going to clear them. And I believe this is just to clear the amount. If it had any data in there, it's just going to clear them. And I believe this is just to make sure that the size is the exact same size that we're looking for our lanes, so 0 through 2, so 3. I'm going to do a 4 each. Just need a normal one, and then I need to just plug in. Whoops. I'm going to plug in that. And then I'm going to do here. I'm going to increment the int here. Oops. And I believe what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get the lane. I'm going to get the lane number and get the according waypoint count. I'm going to increment that, and then I'm going to set that element. Oh, this is gonna look so gross. Okay. Clean this up here. I know. I'm trying not to let this get out of hand here, but okay. So for each item in this, for every lane, I'm gonna get the the corresponding lane number from the waypoint count, and I'm going to increment that by 1, so it's gonna keep counting up. I believe this is what is determining what order you get. The AI is going to be getting the waypoints to walk. Could be wrong. Probably am wrong. But all I know is this works. Okay. I'm going to. Switch on an int here. I don't need a default pin. Oh. Yeah, I know. Okay. This needs to be in that. Okay. Yeah. And this is where it gets even more complicated. It's going to be feeding this data. It's going to be feeding this data, I believe, into... I'm going to make a, like, set a few in all the 6 of the arrays here. Get. Gonna up my music here just for a little bit of extra concentration. Got that that royalty-free EDM because I can't listen to like music that I would actually listen to, but this is okay. It's got a kind of constant beat. It's kind of just staticky enough that I can just kind of zone out. Not that I want to leave you guys. I know how much how engrossed you are in this process, but I hope that in the end, like I can get somewhere meaningful and kind of show at least the process I'd take to prototype this game type. I guess also like kind of as I was learning how to do things in Unreal, it always helped when I saw someone else do them first, because like then I got more confidence. Like especially like when you see someone else succeed, or at least for me, I kind of use that as like a driving thing for me. Like and that like I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Now that I know that that can be accomplished, I'm gonna work towards something a little more ambitious. So that's I'm kind of hoping I can maybe do that for someone. Even though I'm not like this isn't really a tutorial, like I'm using this as a learning tool myself. But I figure I can get pretty far with this. I feel fairly confident that I can at least get something that's showable. Probably not going to be the prettiest thing in the world. All this information that I'm getting as far as the lane numbers and the waypoints are all going to be fed into the waypoint data here, and this is how they're going to know where to go. At the very least, it's going to make the game mode aware of their existence. And then I believe these ones here on the right of this array are if our teams spawn on red side, then the ones on the right here, they control what spawns on the blue side, and so like if red side minions start counting from 0 to 4, like in a positive direction, and blue minions, when they get to the center and they get to node number 4 for lane 1, on the red side, they're gonna know to start counting backwards. At least I think that's the idea of this. Again, I just know that this works. I'm gonna try not to make this look like spaghetti as much as possible. I know this at this point it's gonna be a little more challenging, but yeah. Okay, so I believe that's what I need for that part. And then next, okay, so I'm gonna need to make a spawn point. Yeah. I'm just realizing that I need to make, I still need to make AI trees. This is why this is probably going to take like 2 videos to do, because there's a lot to this. Okay. Anyway, we're not going to test this out in game because nothing's going to happen yet. I'll just do this in the game mode. I'm gonna make a blueprint based off of the player start blueprint. I'm gonna call this minion spawn. And in minion spawn, I don't believe it needs anything. It does need to know the 2 variables. It needs to know what team. It needs to know what lane. Biting my nails. Sorry about that. Do that when I start thinking about things. Okay. And so these need to be visible. And make sure to give yourself tooltips so you know what you did, so that like months down the line you'll thank yourself. Okay. That is all I believe I need for the minion, for the spawn points. I'm gonna go ahead and set these up. This should be lane 1. This should be lane 2. 0, 1, and 2. Okay, good. Okay, awesome. Oops. Okay, we're gonna go back into our game mode, MOBA game. I'm going to get all I can't spell. Didn't you guys tell me I could not spell? Minion. And then I'm going to promote this to a variable, and I'm going to minion spans. Okay. So now we have that. Okay, so now I'm going to okay, so this is the part I got to this part of the tutorial. I think the final part of the tutorial might fix this. I'm going to do this as a placeholder just so you can be where I'm at if you really want to try this at home. That's where things start to get a little crazy, but they do use timers. I like that they use timers because I love using timers. Timers are my thing. I love timers. Gotta control time. And then there's gonna be a few custom events here. So minions spawn in waves, and a way to, I guess, control the way that they spawn is to spawn them in subwaves. Not subway, but subwaves. And then just kind of limit how many of those subwaves get spawned. And then, oops. I'm gonna rename Minion to Minon. Okay. Okay, so this is where things are gonna get a little weird. This one I 100% am going to just defer you to the tutorial because I know that this is kind of hairy. But, hopefully, you know, this won't affect me, and just the short run here is kind of what I want. Start with 0. And then I'm going to we're gonna spawn AI. We're gonna give it an AI tree. Yeah, we'll give it an AI tree. I think I'll get that far, but I won't. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna. Not gonna commit to anything I won't get to on the video, or may not get to on the video, but maybe before this video ends, I'll have minions running around. Oops. Oops, we're going to cast as minion, and I did not know you can do this, but I found out about pure cast from that stream. It's like when you absolutely positively know that it's going to be the thing that you're expecting, or that you're asking it to check for. Like when you know that it's going to be that. And you can do a pure cast. At least that's how I understood it right off, like when I was thinking about it right off when they were talking about it. Could be wrong. Could be used for something completely different. Like I said, I'm just kind of throwing stuff at the wall here. Okay. And then this, from what I understood, is where things get a little weird. Let's see. Length. Whoops. And then we're just going to do that. Basically, where I'm asking, like, if the amount of actors is less than this number, which is 30, which is what they have, then spawn. But as soon as it is, as soon as it's not less than 30, then it's going to stop spawning. So both of these are on timers. First I'm going to do, actually, I'll do this one first. And this is the one I'm going to promote to a variable. So that's spawn wave timer. And then that one, I'm doing 15 seconds here. Every 15 seconds it's going to check this, and then it's run this. It's this part, yeah. I'm even going to put same thing that they do. Find a better way. We'll find a better way, I'm sure. Because this is kind of a weird way of going about doing this. Okay, cool. Now, even with all this here, we're not ready to test because we still don't have any AI trees. Am I on time? Let's start on the AI. Let's see if we can get this moving here. An AI controller. Let's see, I'm going to call it Minion AI Minion AI controller, and this I'm going to do a few things here. Oh yes, so before, I actually need to do a few things here too. I'm gonna change that, and then what I'm gonna do here is for the minion. Gonna set up AI perception stuff here. So, what I'm doing here is there's a source of stimuli that the pawn can get, or the controller. Not the controller. Yeah, I guess it is the pawn, the actor, the pawn. And that responds, and then the AI controller will choose to act on that source. So, what we'll do here is I'm going to add 2, and I'm going to say sight and sound, and that should be it for that. And then the controller, we'll have the AI perception as well. Controller, I believe, chooses what to do with these. So let's see. Pick a dominant sense, which I believe would be sight for my case. And then add 2 of these, so sight config and hearing config. And then open these up. I believe we want to detect everything. Enemies, neutrals, friendlies. I think we want it to be aware of everything. And I believe that's it for the AI perception stuff. So now he's aware. And then I actually need to create a behavior tree in the Blackboard. I swear. I will spell minion right one of these days. Whoops. Oh, cool. It assigned the blackboard automatically. So, okay. Awesome. So, let's see here. And I need to put a few things in the blackboard. So, I need an object. What? Did I just break it? That's weird. Aha! It's just Blackboard being finicky with me. Okay, so I need a self-actor reference, which is just going to be an object. Then I'm going to do attack range. I'm going to do a vector. Move to location. Then I'm going to do here, I believe the target actor is going to be a future reference for targeting me or whoever. I need 3 booleans. B range check, B target check. Okay. And again, I know I'm going fast and whizzing straight through this, but basically, this is like the meat of like what I'm trying to learn here, these behavior trees for the AI. So these are all the, I guess, variable keys you'll use to give the instructions for this. So what I'm going to do here is in the AI controller, we are now going to get instructions now. I believe, so this first delay, I think, is just to give it some time to possess the minion. I'm going to cast to minion. We're going to get the controlled pawn and we're going to cast that as the minion. Gonna run the behavior tree here. She's gonna be the minion behavior tree, which I had just made. That's going to, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make some keys to call those, or some labels to call those keys. So, oops. Oh my gosh. Here we go. and vector. So we're gonna basically make some labels, kind of like how I did my I'm doing my enemy player tag system. We're going to pull some values out of here, out of my minion class. Which I don't have set up because I'm smart. Let's see here. What do I need? I need two things. Okay. Attack range. Okay, cool. Time here. Let me see if I can finish this. I'm hoping I can. Okay, this is the controller. Okay, so now hold on. Let's do this. Do this. They're all gonna be the same blackboard. Okay. Then we're going to get, and then we're going to get attack range. We're going to throw this in here. And then we're going to throw this in here. Oops. And okay. It's gonna take whatever is in these labels, set that, find that key in the blackboard, that text. Let me see the text. So attack range is a float. It's going to take this float, plug it into that float, and so on. It's very important that these keys, that right after you make them, you actually set the value here, and in the value, don't put key at the end of it. Right, because it's labeled key, that's the label, but you're looking for the actual value has to correspond with the thing inside of the blackboard, the key that it's looking for within the blackboard. So, like for instance, the vector is move to location, and it's gonna grab that, not move to location key, but move to location. The move to location key is just a label it's looking for. So, probably confusing everyone. But it's okay. We're here to stare into the mouth of madness, which is my mind, while I'm designing or making game types. So, I'm going to make a error code here. Oops. Where are we? And that's just in case the cast fails, and they don't know what to do. They're gonna cry. They're like, "Where are we?" Okay. I think. Therefore, I am. No, I think this will work. If I'm not mistaken. Let's find out. Kind of nervous to hit play here, but we have to know. We have to know. Nothing. Didn't really think. I probably shouldn't even think it was gonna be that simple. Looking for was I'm dumb. The time I was looking forward to not being had by the nav mesh, but not by the game type setting thing. Okay. Oh, hopefully. Yeah, there they are. There they are. And they're spawning and they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. Okay. But we got them spawning. We got them spawning. Oh. I forgot. Whoops. Forgot to do something within the minion. Okay. Hopefully this is it. Gonna get the game mode. And cast to MOBA game. So I'm just gonna make sure, double make sure that we're in our game mode. I'm going to promote that game mode to a variable that I'm going to let's see. Oh, you know what? I think I'm also missing a function here. I'm actually... Yeah, I'm missing a function here. That's right, I'm missing a function. Okay. Alright. Shouldn't take that long. So this is going to go in the game type. That's get waypoint for minion. That's going to be, and then this is going to have 2 ints. You guessed it. It's for your team and your lane. And I believe apply it by three lanes. Yeah, 3 lanes. And I'm going to add this to that, and I'm going to select. And I believe this is where, okay, so you can actually add pins on these things. And it's we're gonna have one for each of our team lanes. Okay. Okay, so 6. Get. And get. Team 1, lane 0, 1, 2. Team 2, lane 0, 1, 2. Okay. And we're going to plug this. The select nodes will take any type of data. You just got to plug one in and then it'll spit it out. So now what we're going to do, here, gonna have a new one. I'm going to actually reference the waypoint. I'm going to say waypoint. It's going to have a brand new connection here, and this is actually going to be the array. And then I'm going to plug said array into the other array. Okay. So this is going to be specifically, I think, feeding the minion this data. This should then allow me to call this here. Yeah, now I can call that function. Okay, good. And then I can just call that waypoint variable here. I believe that should. Well, let me not. Yeah, let's promote these to variables. So we're like calling these variables through like several different actors. Oh man, come on. You guys are supposed to be moving forward. I can hit you though. I can hit you. I can hit you. Okay. Oh boy. Man. Well, I am glad I got all this in though. Let me just check a few things here. Usually this comes down to, like, I misspelled something, which could be a number of things. Oh. I never sent you. Hopefully that might be it. No. No, you guys are probably watching me, like, some of you probably already know what it is. And I'm just sitting here flailing about. For shame. Yeah, in all honesty, I probably have misspelled something somewhere or misplaced something. But they're spawning. And they are spawning in the 3 areas. Let me just see. Check my B is ranged. Let me just check my keys. Attack range. Attack range. Move to location. Move to location. Okay. Oh. I'm sitting here staring at the tree doesn't even have anything. See? Oh gosh. So much to this. There's just like way too much to this. Okay. I'll be alright. Move to location. So, okay, now it has instructions. Now it has something to do. Ha ha! Ha ha! Look at those guys move. I'm killing them. Alright. Yeah! Alright, I'm liking this in there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my hitbox is getting a little crazy now that I have multiple actors overlapping the same thing. So I'll get back to hitboxes maybe next stream, but for now we got them spawning, we got them moving, we got them going, following their lanes. It's gonna be great. So next video we're gonna finish up with this. I'm gonna do the second part of the tutorial, and then I'm gonna make a map. I'm gonna stop using the template. We're gonna make a map. We're gonna have everything spawning. Things are gonna be going. Hopefully, if I can make like an AI hero that's opposite of me, then we can go ahead and do that. I don't know. I don't know how taxing this is all going to be. We'll find out. Thank you for coming on this journey with me, and I will see you next week with another video.